There we go. Beer 30. Welcome back to Podcast for the Common Folk. I had like 30 different ideas. I redid this like 30 different times. Probably not 30. It's a hyperbole. But, I just figured. So, I'm a football fan. Avid, watch, love. I'll tell you my favorite team some later down the road when I'm rich and famous. But it does come to my news that earlier last night and this morning is when it came out, that Kareem Hunt, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, is in trouble for decking a woman in a hotel in Cleveland. And, it's obviously not good. Somehow TMZ got the footage before anybody else did or even heard of it. And I think that's Bill Belichick, but, don't quote me on that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either. That stuff should be brought to light. But also, that's kind of like suspiciously scary how quickly that shit can get to light, So anyways, I'm sitting here looking at this going, I was thinking, all right, yeah. Out of the day I've had, it's good. Just hear me out for a minute. You shouldn't, gentlemen, you shouldn't hit a woman. Not saying one is better than the other, but that's just respect in a sense. You surely shouldn't try to hit anybody, but a drunk dude at a bar sometimes deserves a pop from what I've been told, because I would have no way of knowing myself. She did come at him drunk and started beating him on him, and he slapped her once to push her off him, and at that point it was well, that shouldn't really deserve anything. She was attacking him, and it's and she was being a drunk idiot. She didn't interview like that, but when she was interviewed 5 hours later and sober and had time to think about what she had to say to the cops, she would have said something different. Not when she was at 1 a.m. drunk, screaming and beating on a legendary running back that none of the Cleveland police knew who they were. They were like, "Oh, you're Kareem." He's like, "Yes, sir, Kareem Hunt." Okay, I'm Mr. Hunt. And I was like, how do you not know who the hell that is? It's the guy you don't punt to. It's the guy everybody picks up on fantasy. Even non-football watchers have played fantasy football. Okay? I mean, come on. You're doing good this year, Cleveland, and your own cops don't even know who good running backs are. Oh, Jesus Christ, people. Anyways, so and he did that, and he left. And then you see him come barreling back, and there's the skinny dude trying to keep him down. I was like, dude, 300-pound linemen have tried and failed. You're definitely not. Now, 300-pound linemen have tried and succeeded, but you're not a 300-pound trained NFL lineman. And it's also in a closed setting, where you can calculate most of the variables in football, because you know what's expected, rules, all that. This is just freestyle right here, okay? And of course he breaks the tackle as if he's running for a touchdown and kicks the leg out from the chick who's on her knee or something and pushes her onto the floor, then leaves. That is going to get you suspended, you dumb fuck. Okay? I know she was hitting on you first. One slap, one push to push away and leave. That, you should have left it as that. But you had to come back and kick out her legs from underneath you. You had to go and do that. Now you're going to get a $1 million fine. Why? Yeah, and she's going to look like some poor beaten up person, probably going to try to sue you now, because you had to come back. All right? Just one and done. All right? Oh my Lord, just people are so stupid. It's just I got that money. I ain't even partying. Okay, I don't party that much anyways. But if I was a legendary NFL person I knew was going to be target of scrutiny, first of all, I'd definitely have a girlfriend by the time I did the NFL. Okay, so I'd cover up that aspect of a life. There's no way that if I kept on insane workouts. I mean, I'm on a good workout schedule now, but the insane one they kept you in for football, I would have gotten a babe freshman year college. So that's just that's a guarantee. But just dude got decked, man. You can't just be doing that to people. I'd be in my room, all right, watching Netflix, watching Archer reruns, Game of Thrones, okay, looking up LFL hardest hit compilations, which is another good thing. Go on to YouTube. You can watch live games. It's the Legends Football League. Get your out of the mind, out of the gutter. I know what you were thinking of, and I know what it looks like. But it's called the Legends Football League, and rightfully so. Although one thing I did find out about it, prompted some further research at 2 a.m. after I watched a full game, and I have to say they do play hard, and their offensive linemen have poor blocking techniques. So if there's an LFL team guy or anybody related that's, listening to this and needs a nice, good offensive coordinator, shit, I can be a head coach. All right, you know what I mean? All right, I did that. What do they call it? Homecoming week, when they did the girl footballs and the guys, the coaches and the cheerleaders and all that shit, all that. You know what I mean? I was part of that. You bet your butt. All right, I can do this. I can coach good. I can't play Madden for shit. I'm still on rookie mode, but I can coach. I'm good there. But anyways, they don't get paid. Like they get a lot of modeling gigs. They get a good bit of followers. People know who they are. A lot of them have these other jobs. Apparently, the hottest chick and the best athlete is a doctor. So she's probably got her financial side cleared up, And the douche who she calls a husband is probably someone successful, Real Fabio Brad Pitt cross between looking motherfucker, Like a real annoyingly dude that's probably good looking and better looking than me, but I ain't ever going to admit that, So it's like, what the hell? Apparently, though, but I was like, they can hustle. They were playing good. Of course, I'm sure that's not what a lot of people are looking at. I was looking at form and penalties, a lot of face masks they don't call, I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you this. They need to get some proper shit in there, okay? All right, they want to play, that's fine. But you need to get the form down right. And I'm not discriminating nothing to anybody. If you're good enough to make it to the NFL, by all means, go ahead and good enough and try. But the NFL is very selective with whoever they get. And that's not even just a gender thing. That's just, you got to be a good-ass player to get in. You need to be born 350, 6'2", and so you can grow into a giant monster. And you have to be training every day of your life since preschool, buddy boy. Okay? That's how that shit works. You got to pay attention to your diet and you're working out. You can't just do one or the other. That's the stupid shit. You know what I mean? I can't eat a whole bucket of KFC, go squat 500 pounds, and then come in looking like a monster. Come in looking like a heavy-breathing fat ass who feels cool as fuck because he just squatted 500 pounds. And it's like, what the hell? Devil Tools right. The industry discriminates. They don't like plus size fucking. Now you look at half linemen, they are plus size, but they're plus size in good shape. But it's like, man, if I can't eat a bucket of KFC in the middle of the night, I don't want to live. And that is why I live in the US of A. Can you eat KFC in the middle of the night in Japan? I don't know. I've never been to Japan. But I do know you can do it in New Mexico, which is a state, by the way. 1912, same year the Titanic fell. All right, so while y'all were crying because Leonardo DiCaprio, was getting screwed out of half a goddamn wooden plank, there was room for two. Okay, there was. All right, we were sitting here forming statehood of the land of goddamn enchantment. Okay? Repping it. Repping the red or green shit. I can't tell the difference between those two colors, but I do know that green tastes better. And not that chili, not that Texas chili that's got beans and other shit in it. And that is good, don't get me wrong. But y'all want chili, you want chili peppers. Okay? Yeah, don't come in here with none of that bean shit, you know what I mean? I want green chili. Alright? I want the chili. It's a fruit, it's a pepper. It's what makes your Tabasco sauce. What makes your Cholula. Okay, it's any hot sauce that you like. Most of that comes from New Mexico. Shit, I toured a facility where 90% of all Tabasco sauce bottles are bottled, and y'all still question us? I go on to the Facebook, and I see a bunch of people in Colorado who had to prove that New Mexico was a state in order to get married because the state of Colorado didn't recognize it, or at least that dumbass who was representing the state of Colorado didn't recognize it. I mean, like, shit, we might be like 54th in education or whatnot out of 50 states, but goddamn, everywhere I go, everybody's asking me, I mean, like, dude, calm down. I'm wearing a calm motherfucker sleeveless t-shirt. I'm white and I have a mullet. I'm not saying that there are any of those in Mexico or any other country. I'm sure there are. That would be cool. I'd love to meet and talk. But I am from America. Okay? If Google recognizes it, you should recognize it too. All right? Not saying Google's correct. Okay? Not saying that at all. But just saying. Get on the board. Get on the bandwagon here. Let's go. We just got our first professional football team in the Albuquerque. Now, it's not NFL, so it's not worth watching, but it's still cool that someone professional is here. You know, take it in small strides. And if you're from somewhere out, Scotland, Ireland, you know, somewhere way out there where those badass honkies are, which I'd love to go one day, do some stand-up, go over there and drink with you guys. Oh, it's on my bucket list. Once I get over 21, I'm going to have a bucket list for things I'm going to do each year. And I'm going to fill it up. That's why I got to tour, man. That's why I got to travel. Tell some jokes, make some money. You know, drink some beers. Go drink out of Conor McGregor's distillery. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that homeboy. That dude's crazy and wild. I still root for that mother heifer. I think Khabib cheated. Man, I don't watch UFC too much, but I think he did cheat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I want to do. But, you know, you're out there. You know, New Mexico is a state. It was made a statehood in 1912. One of the... I want to say it was in the 30s, late 30s to early 40s states that were eventually made. I could be heavily wrong. I could be so off that it's embarrassing that I'm a U.S. student. But in order of states that came in, I did not know. Like, I was, you know, puzzled with. You know, I do know a lot of history and stuff, but like the official like line in order. That one I do not. I just know that it was 1912, the same year the Titanic wrecked. So while people were dying and freezing in the Atlantic Ocean, we were sitting there and getting a nice gavel saying, "That's right, you no longer territory, mother heifer. States. Hood." That's right. There were Civil War battles in New Mexico. Union was down here fighting with us honkies. Now there were Confederates down here fighting with us honkies too. You know, both sides. Show love, you know. We got Native Americans here. Okay. We have hunting in the north. In the desert in the south, you know. What are you going to do about that shit, you know? So, if there's two things you're going to take from today's podcast is New Mexico is a state. The Simpsons even recognizes it as a state. That's part two of the one, okay? And the number two thing is, if a girl comes at you drunk and starts beating you, you are allowed one free push-off. If you come back and kick her in the shin and put her on the ground, you will face consequences. Regardless if you should or not, that shit's gonna happen. Okay? Alright, you don't need to be one of them special kids that's like doing calculus in 4th grade to know that shit. Okay? Especially if you're a famous player. And if you're a famous player, lock down on some love quick, son, or some bad shit's gonna happen to you. It's happened to all the celebrities now. Okay? Good thing I'm a loner. Doesn't happen to me yet. Alright. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. More episodes to come soon. Videos to come soon. Tour dates to come soon. A lot of things to come soon. Movies to come soon. Maybe. Down the line. By soon, I mean like 5 years. Once I've established my name in the comedy world. I'll be on movies. I'm doing at least several Westerns. I'd like to be on a DC or a Marvel movie. I don't know what for. Just want to be in one. Involved, you know. And I'd like to do a horror movie. But I'd like the horror movie to be like where the redneck wins. You know? Like, you know, what's his name? Michael. You know, Michelle. You know, that would be in the movie too. Like, he'd be sitting there running at me with his goddamn butcher knife. And I'd be like, "Come and get some, Michelle!" And then I'd cock my 12 gauge, kill him. Pop a couple brewskis. Would you look at that? Beer 30 again. All right. Well, keep on the flip side. Stay positive and stay woke. That's right. Stay woke. There are really aliens. All right, y'all. Have a good night.